Picture this: a single data center campus walks up to a utility and asks for a gigawatt of power. That's enough electricity to run a mid-sized city, one customer, one city's worth of load. Every state in this country is staring down that exact scenario right now, and almost everyone is asking the same narrow question: where do we get the megawatts? Build faster, site faster, permit faster. But Nevada just asked a completely different question. What if the data center does not just take from the grid? What if it helps it? This is not hypothetical anymore. NV Energy and Google are building it right now. The concept is a large load customer on-site demand side management pilot. And once you see how it works, you cannot unsee how big this can be. A hyperscale data center puts real money on the table voluntarily. That money does not build out a substation next to the data center. Instead, it goes out into the community. It funds HVAC upgrades in people's homes. It funds battery storage behind the meter. It funds distributed energy resource scattered across the service territory miles away from the data center itself. In return, the data center gets something back, something valuable back, a capacity credit. Stop and sit for that for a second. A tech company funds your neighbor's new air conditioner. In exchange, it gets recognized for added capacity to the grid. That is not a subsidy. That is not a tax credit. It is a brand new financial instrument built from scratch in real time, and most importantly, it's in Nevada. And you're asking yourself, why does this matter? And here why this should be a grid planner in the country leaning forward. The reason one, this unlocks capacity nobody has to build. No concrete, no turbines, no multi-year interconnection queue. Every upgraded HVAC system and new battery shaves off the peak, shaves off the demand in the peak, and it adds up for the real usable capacity created almost overnight. Reason two, the money goes exactly where it's hardest to reach: low income and historically underserved neighborhoods, the place where the oldest housing stock and the leakiest, least energy efficient equipment suddenly gets a direct line of corporate capital, not a grant application, not a maybe, lower bills, all funded by big tech. Reason three, this is one of the regulators live and die on. Ratepayers do not have to pay a dime for it. This is entirely funded by the large load customers' voluntary contribution, zero cost for shifting by design. Unlike capacity for free, fund equity at scale, and protect the ratepayer all at once. This is a rare combination of utility policy. Now here comes the hard part. Now here's the part that will actually decide where this becomes a history or just a headline. In the Nevada 2024 Integrated Resource Plan Order already called out the hard questions. How do you exactly structure the compensation? What is the precise credit mechanic? And can you prove with bulletproof evidence that non-participating ratepayers are held completely harmless? That last question is everything. It is not enough to promise no cost shifting. A commission needs to see the math line by line, and the math needs to survive a hostile cross-examination. Google has already brought in the battle group to run a full market potential study. NV Energy is racing to design a compensation structure that satisfies three very different stakeholders all at once: the utility, the tech company, and the homeowner getting the new battery. Underneath all of this is one core challenge: measurement and verification. Somebody has to prove with airtight data that demand response is real and the capacity credit matches the actual load, and it falls apart under regulatory scrutiny. You must ask, why does this matter? If they crack that code, this does not stay a Nevada story. Georgia, Virginia, Texas, Arizona, every single one of those states is fighting for the exact same battle against hyperscale load growth right now. Every single one of them is going to be watching Nevada to see whether a gigawatt customer can become a financier of grid flexibility instead of just a number on a load forecast. That is the reframe. Data centers stopped being the problem the grid has to absorb. They started being a funding source to set the grid for what the energy it uses. The ambition was never to be the bottleneck here. The math is the bottleneck. Whoever builds the credit mechanism that a commission approves, that survives interveners, and that can be verified after the fact is not just solving Nevada's problem, it's writing the blueprint for every other state's copy. That is exactly what the Frontier Automated Demand Response Verification was built for, and that's what the race just started.